Welcome back to another episode of the Men That Can Project podcast. There is a very noisy motorcycle outside.
Do you think that'll get picked up?
I think it will.
That's all good.
We'll figure out when we listen to it. So, my name's Lockie. For those who are tuning in for the first time, who I'm staring at.
Bradley. Hello, everyone.
How has your first month or 6 weeks in the Man That Can project been?
It's been very enjoyable to the point where it doesn't feel like work, which is obviously a really good thing. Like everything we've been doing, I've just thoroughly enjoyed, and everything I learn about anyway, it's now actually implemented it, whether that's business, even the health, even the content. So if I've got to speak about sleep, obviously I want to know the ins and outs of it. So then I do that anyway, read books on sleep. But then I'm actually putting it together and then doing a video, which then helps me remember it and learn it as well.
Get to teach.
Yeah, get to teach as well. So, mate, I'm so happy. Like, I'm so happy to be part of it. It just, again, it just feels like I'm just getting paid to live my life.
Yeah, legit. Like,
yeah,
that's one of the most beautiful things is when you get to, and when you, obviously it doesn't just happen for people. You got to take the risk. You took a big risk. To know what you love as an individual, and we practice and preach it every day anyway, and then go, how can I make a business out of this and something that's bigger than us, right? Because we're not so much focused on money. It's like, how can we help people in the way that we've helped ourselves with the tools that we've used to help ourselves?
Yeah.
So our approach isn't for everyone, and the things that we do isn't for everyone, and we know that. But it's going, hey, this is what worked for me. Let's give it a crack if you're open to that and seeing how it works for you. But we do believe there are some fundamental things that help us improve as men, and that being the physical fitness, which we've spoken about, the mental fitness, so working on strengthening your mind and everything that goes with that, and then presence, right? Where you're giving your focus to and your energy to helps you improve those outcomes. And obviously, we're not perfect at that, but we're doing pretty fucking well.
Yeah, imperfect, forever improving. That's what it's about.
Yeah, I agree. Football season, FIFA World Cup.
Big game this morning, England v Senegal.
Can I stop you there? Sorry.
Yeah, of course.
For everyone listening, just so you know what this episode is going to be about before we dive into the FIFA, is we are going to run you through what's coming up for December. Obviously, we're on the in December now, but what's happening within the academy, because if you're sitting on the fence, we want to start giving you an insight into what's happening, because if you feel you'd gain some value from it, we'd love to help, I guess, inspire you to take action to become part of the academy. So we're going to be giving you a bit of an update for what we're focusing on there. We're going to be talking about FIFA because, Brad's a Brit and I love football as well. And you know, how good is the World Cup when everyone comes together to get behind something? We're going to be talking about Liver King. For those who don't know what Liver King is, Google Liver King and you'll see the controversy there. We'll be talking about our thoughts on that. What we're doing for Christmas.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Round the corner. Bit of a break, bit of a refresh.
And a new website.
Yes, which drops today. Hopefully.
Yeah,
hopefully.
It will be. We just got to transfer the address across. But anyway, back to the football.
Yeah,
Senegal.
England-Senegal 3-0. Good game. And to be all honest, I'm going to be honest with you, since being in Australia, I haven't watched football as much, but because it's the World Cup, you got to support your country. And it was, for Australia playing as well, I think that's big, like putting football a bit more on the map. It was good that they made the knockout stages, which is good. Would have been nice to make the quarterfinals as well. Right. However, I think the boys played well, but I just feel, I'm not knocking Australia, I love the place. However, I feel that getting behind the boys beforehand would be good, not just when they make the knockout stages. I didn't see no promotion around Brisbane that the Socceroos were even playing. It'd be nice to actually see a bit more promotion, a bit more support. Support, yeah. Not just when they are making it. Doing well, yeah. What about if we got behind the boys before they went and then they're like, shit, the country's watching. Yeah. We're not just it's not just small sport in Australia. Let's make it a bigger sport. Let's bring the big events to Australia. Like you can, if you want. You just got to get behind it. It's
interesting, the Australian culture around that. Like I noticed it. Even I remember the Brisbane Lions. They've been going well the last couple of years. Prior to that, they had a 8 to 10 year run where they weren't doing the best. You never saw signs of them in the streets. You never saw sponsorships on the side of the buses. You never heard about it or spoke about it. And then they had this season, I think it was 2017 or 18, where they were in the top 4. And next minute you see their flags down the streets. They're on the sides
Everywhere.
of buses. And you're like, everyone wants a part of them. Same with the Reds, our rugby team. 2011, they won the premiership, won the title, sorry. And then they've sort of tapered off ever since. And now they're starting to come back into a good run of form over the last couple of years. And in those low points, no one's there. Don't get me wrong. There are still some really loyal fans, but majority of people are like...
Unless they're winning.
Yeah, unless they're winning. Which, you know, I think about in your own life, if anything that you're working towards, whether it be a career promotion, whether it's you're working towards a Spartan race or whatever your training goal is right now, it's awesome having support around you on race day. But how fucking good is it when you have people who are like, I'll come for a run with you.
Training with you
at that time. It's like every day it's exciting because there are going to be challenges. There's going to be setbacks. But if you have a mate or your partner supports you on those days, it helps lift you up and you go, you know, this is brilliant. But on race day, it's going to be about 100,000 times more intense, which is going to be brilliant.
Yeah, so true.
How many times did I say brilliant in that sentence?
I didn't even pick up on that.
Well, I think I said it 3 and I was like, stop.
So what is your predictions for... Okay, let's get the games up.
Let's get a game up.
Actually, if you just write...
Here we go. I already got the draw up here, mate. Don't you worry. So Netherlands obviously beat the USA 3-1. USA, I reckon, is going to become a powerhouse one day, just purely off population.
Yeah.
But they're playing Argentina. Look, to be fair, Australia played unbelievably well. Like, I genuinely enjoyed that game of football.
Yeah.
I love football. And disappointing that with that second goal.
Yes.
That was a bit frustrating. However, against Argentina, there was also... I'm a big Messi fan. I just think the way he plays the game, how he is still such a team player, seems quite humble.
Still got it.
Yeah, still got it. There's part of me that now that Australia's out, I'm like, I'd love Argentina to win for Messi's legacy.
That's it. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I think Argentina as well, like they're going to be a force to be reckoned with, like because of that. Like it'll be his last World Cup. He'll want to go home with that flipping trophy for sure.
And they came so close back in 2014. Not the last World Cup, the World Cup before they made the final and lost. We're still waiting on that other semi-final, so that's either going to be out of Japan, Croatia.
Knockout stages there. These are quarterfinals coming through. Yeah.
Japan, Croatia.
I've got Croatia on that one. Actually, I don't know. No.
Japan's
change
been
it.
Playing
Japan.
Good football, haven't they?
Yeah, I'm going to change that. Japan. Who you got?
Japan, yeah.
All right, okay.
Brazil, South Korea.
Brazil, 100%. I think it'll be make final.
Yeah, I think. Well, they got to overcome Argentina or the Netherlands for that, don't they?
Yeah, but I still think Brazil will come through.
Mate, South Korea, Heung-min Song, Tottenham player. I'm a Tottenham fan.
Yeah.
You know, he's been having a blinder.
It's a team sport, remember?
Yeah, I know. Oh, there you go. England, France, and then in a quarterfinal.
Quarterfinal, yeah. That's, mate, I like to support my home team, right? But France are on fire. What's his name? Mbappe. Is that how you say his name?
Kylian Mbappe.
He's doing very well, and they are a force to reckon with, and they probably will pull through on that. But come on, England. It's coming home. It's coming home.
The knockouts you got, not coming home. Morocco, Spain, I reckon Spain.
Yep, Spain, yeah. And
Portugal, Switzerland.
Portugal.
Yeah, Portugal. So then Spain, Portugal, who do you get?
Spain, Portugal. I would have to go Spain. I don't know. I'll go Spain.
Isn't it? Spain.
It is a tough one, tough game.
Been a few inconsistencies, but there you've heard it here live, guys. And then obviously, we got France. Let's say you're saying Brazil, so France.
I reckon it'll be Brazil, France final.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to say Argentina, France.
Okay. We should put something on this. We don't gamble.
No, we don't gamble. That's bad for you. So anyway, what's coming up in the academy? Some exciting stuff.
Yeah, so obviously website hopefully dropping today, but that's to make it easy for everyone to get into the academy as well, you know what I mean? Make it a good process so people can see the outline of what we actually have to offer in a streamlined process.
How it helps people. And we're actually, next month, I think, we're going to do a breakdown of our pricing structure and why we feel the value is where it is, and also share with you guys our overheads as to, because people don't understand how much it actually costs to run a fucking business.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
So we want to share more about that with you guys so people have an understanding of where things are at, why they're there. but also the value that you can gain from the membership, from being part of that academy.
We've got the courses dropping as well. Are we dropping those in January? January, okay. So January courses. On those ones, I've been building more of the exercise stuff. So basic lifting techniques, certain cues that might help you with your lifting. So we've got some videos on that. Then we've got some nutrition stuff. So nutrition for fat loss. So for those that join the academy and want to shift some weight, we can literally go, okay, Jerry, go on to the nutrition fat loss course, work through it step by step, easy process, work how you work out your calories. It's all on there. Literally, so you can do it yourself. You know,
that's the whole point, right?
That's it. Yeah.
We want to provide this platform and this experience where we can
educate.
Yeah, we can educate, we can inspire, and we can hold you accountable. Because ultimately, if you, for lack of a better word, a spoon-fed your whole life, you're always going to be waiting for someone to do something for you, rather than you feeling confident and competent enough to be able to do it yourself, right? Which is highly important to feel confident and confident. And you know, the more you feel you overcome and educate yourself, yes, you may feel like there's a lot to learn, which there is. However, you will back yourself to be able to learn what's necessary to get the outcomes that you want. Yeah. And by providing these platforms, it's like, cool, let's get you educated to a point where we can have the conversations we want to have with you around nutrition, exercise, movement, all of those sorts of things.
Yeah. One of my favorite quotes related to that is responsibility breeds empowerment.
I thought you were just going to drop a word then. I was like,
responsibility breeds empowerment. So you take responsibility, you're more empowered to actually go and take action rather than someone else going, no, you should do that.
Yeah. And I think it's highly important. Then so let's finish this and I'll go on a rant.
Yeah. So, and then obviously go on recovery as well. So we're doing a recovery section. I've just finished that one actually. I've got that with you today. Yeah, can't forget to give you that. Yeah, so get that uploaded. Yep. But yeah, that's we're obviously speaking about the importance of sleep. And there is like tips on there how to improve your sleep, on mobility, kind of what exercises to help, especially if you're like sit on a desk all day, like what's the best mobility for you. And then I'm talking about the hot and cold therapy, because obviously that's becoming quite popular and there's science and research out there about that, the benefits of it. So I kind of dive onto those little bits as well.
Saucy.
So kind of like, hopefully we're trying to build a one-stop shop for everyone. Whatever your goal, whatever you need to do, you've got some aspects here, and we're not the leaders in it, but at least this will give you the insight to what you need.
Exactly, right? Because as we mentioned before, it's like physical fitness, mental fitness, and gratitude or focus, right? Presence and reflection. If we can provide a place where, regardless of, all of us are trying to be better, but what that looks like is unique to you as an individual. And if we can build or help you build self-awareness, being, okay, in order for me to get here, the priority and where I need to educate and take more action on is in the physical fitness realm, awesome. We can help kickstart you there, and to a point where you feel empowered and confident enough to seek the next challenges. It could also be the mental fitness, right? You might be killing it physically, right? You might know everything about nutrition, recovery, and movement, fucking awesome. But mentally, you may be struggling. This was me when I was an athlete, right? Like I had all of that stuff. But in the head, I was lacked self-awareness, emotional intelligence. I didn't have what I felt purpose was. So there we go. We've got ways to educate. We've got community full of lived experience that you can then learn from, right? Or it could be just learning how to be present and appreciate what you've got, because you may once again also be how I once was, where it's like, it's never enough. You always need the next thing to feel like you're enough. So by having that available to you, you can still be part of this incredible community, because at the end of the day, we're all blokes. We all want more. We want to have, we still talk shit. We have a bit of banter. Yeah. But we're just like, okay, well, when push comes to shove, what are you truly working on to be a better man? Do something today to be better for tomorrow. Simple. We've got that stuff for you.
Dropping it in.
I love it. Dropping a little sprinkle there. But yeah, we've got courses around, I'm moving the whole breakthrough experience course in there, which on the website, $600 just to do that alone. And you don't get to be a part of the community there. But that's going to be part of it for our academy members, which is pretty exciting, right? They're going to get the best of everything that we've got.
I think we're starting with 8 courses in there. 8. Yeah. And this is obviously going to be growing.
Yes.
But we're going to work on this and build them in as we go, but we're going to kickstart everyone off with 8 courses on there.
Yeah, and once again, if you don't want to use the courses, don't use the courses. But if you feel there's one that you go, I need that in my life, then click subscribe and get into it.
That's it.
Programming, hybrid programming. Quickly. I'm on the final week of the Gazelle program, which is our running program.
Yeah, how you been going?
Been going well. Siri's just bloody... I didn't even say Siri and it was listening to me.
Mate, there's something going on in there.
Yeah.
Always listening.
Always. So the final week, I'm going to test at the end of the week my 5K. The goal was to break 18 minutes. Let's see how we go.
What day are you testing?
Friday or Saturday. I'm going away. I'm going away out for a 3-day holiday. I'm still going to train and whatnot.
So are you on target for it?
I think I'm a little bit behind, like maybe 20, 30 seconds behind.
So realistically, what do you think you're going to do?
I reckon I'll break 19. Yep.
All right. That's fast, man.
But look, so I'm stoked with that. But then after that, Monday, I'm jumping on the hybrid program that we've created, and that's what I'll be following. The reason for me is like it's going to keep me strong and fit.
Yeah.
But also challenge me in, so many different modalities of fitness, which I'm pumped for. Because I feel like, obviously, focusing on running, I've lost a lot of strength. I'd like to be a bit more well-rounded at the moment because next year, focusing on the Goggins Challenge, some Spartan races, etc., I want to be a bit more well-rounded.
Yeah, that's good.
Talk dirty to us about the hybrid program.
So it's kind of like, well, you got the strength in there, you got the strength aspect and the conditioning aspect in there. But the way we've programmed it as well, so you're not going to be broken down every day.
Yep.
We've kind of done it. We've done it in a way. We designed it in a way where you do have those intensity, like really intense sessions, probably heavier, and then the next day might be 3 exercises in the conditioning bit that's lighter, and then the day after that might be 1, which is all cardio, rather than doing like, I don't know, more of a. It's not CrossFit because we don't have like Olympic lifting in there.
Yeah, or so much gymnastics.
Or similar gymnastics in there. But the way we've designed it is though you are going to have those recovery days. We've got deloads in there as well, so you got that rest time. And then we've kind of done it in a way that you're going to be in and out in an hour.
Yeah.
So no longer than that. I know some sessions can be a bit longer, but most of us have an hour, and that's all we want to spend in there.
Yep.
So that's kind of what the session will entail.
And even if you don't have an hour, for example, but you're still committed to moving every day or 3 days a week, you can look at the program a week in advance. And just go, okay, look, based on what I'm looking to achieve, I might prioritize the lifting components of each of them and then just one aerobic piece. Like that might work for you, and that's what you can do as well.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. We'll build it, the whole thing, but like you said, have a look at time.
This comes back to responsibility and ownership. Don't just go, no, that I can't do that, so therefore I'm out. It's like, you can still do it, man.
Yeah.
You can still track it, get good feedback, and when on the days where you do have a bit more time, do the full sesh.
At the end of the day, it all comes down to building a habit of turning up.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter the time.
Yep.
If you're struggling with going to the gym at the minute, not using that as an excuse, oh shit, I've not got an hour, but I've got half hour, I'm still not going to go. Like, still go. Because then you're forming that habit of actually going to go and training every day, and then your body knows.
Exactly.
So just get in there, even if it's 20, 30 minutes.
Sizzling.
Boom.
And so there's some pretty exciting things we have ready to rumble.
Yeah.
The other thing is you and I are kicking off a game plan. So what the game plan is, for those who don't know, the game plan coincides with everything else that we're doing, but it's, I guess, you taking time to set a goal for 12 weeks. So we do it over 12 weeks. It doesn't mean you're in and out of the program in 12 weeks. If that's what works for you, awesome. But for me, when you come into the academy, you go through the onboarding process, right? Which is the first and most important thing is introducing yourself. It's a community. Right, we want you to get involved, which means, why are you here? There's a few prompt questions, write it out or do a video, but you're taking that first step to get involved. The next thing is reach out to 3 people in the academy. You can message them. Start building relationships, because a lot of people sit back and go, I hope someone says hello. You want life to, you want the results you want from your life. You want to build new relationships. Take the risk. Reach out. You're developing your communication skills and you're getting what you want, right? You do that. That's part of your onboarding. You're going to have 3 new mates, plus you're going to build a bucket load more once you start attending calls and workshops, etc. The next point is like, let's cast a vision. You need to have an idea of where you want to go, right? If you feel like you lack direction and purpose, make it. Don't just sit back and hopefully one day you wake up and go, thank goodness I know what I want. Fucking just start setting the GPS, right? And that's what we help you do, and we break that down into short, long, medium-term goals. Bang! The short ones are what we're going to start working on in our game plan, right? And what that then helps us do, take action, track the action, reflect, review, and revise what you need to in order to get the outcomes that you want.
Action, keyword.
Boom, action. And that's when you rock up on the weekly calls or you're in your accountability groups. It's like, guys, my training's on point this week. I can prove it to you because I'm using the app.
Yeah.
I'm logging it all. But also the other things that I'm working on in my life, improving my relationship. I've done a date night every week for the last 12 weeks and my missus loves me so much more. My partner loves me so much more now. Awesome, right? You've got real life feedback there of things that we can improve, but you can also understand your mind a little bit more.
Yeah.
So you and I are kicking ours off on the 9th because we're going to take a little holiday. Yeah.
Exciting.
But for those who would like to kick off with Brad and I, get in before the 9th and we'll launch on the 9th. Obviously, you can start at any point as well and kick off your own game plan, get into the training as well, regardless of where in the world you are.
You got any ideas of what yours is going to be on?
What my goal?
Yeah.
Mate, 100%.
Next year?
Yes.
You want to share it? Or
Yeah,
not
of
yet?
course I do. Or should we wait?
Okay, we'll wait then. We'll save that for another
episode?
Yeah.
I do know exactly what it is.
That's
but
good.
for those in the academy as well, next week we've got our Set Your Year Up for Success call. So we're going to help the men set their 2023 up for an absolute banger. Oh, yeah. Love it. All right, so that's what's happening in the academy. Next one, boom. Liver King.
Oh, my God, he's been a naughty man.
He's a naughty, naughty boy, isn't he?
What is your opinion on the situation? I'd love to hear.
Okay, so for those who don't know who Liver King is, he's this 4'10", jacked mother.
Is he 4'10"?
I don't know. He looks pretty short. Anyway, absolutely jacked. Got a beard and preaches being primal, right? Eats fish eggs and fish and just raw
testicles,
meat. Everything.
Every part of the beast.
And has just been saying, I'm so jacked because I eat a primal diet.
Yeah, live it every day.
Ancestral diet. And for a fair while, people have been saying this dude's on roids for sure. Like just the way his body's developed, looks like someone who's
it's like pot belly abs and that.
And he's got a very big business off the back of it, right? Like he's earning 100 mil a year or something like that, which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Selling people this diet and whatnot.
He's got supplements.
He's got a range of things, yeah.
I've seen one, it's called The Beast.
Yeah, right.
Or The Whole Beast or something.
Yeah. Anyway, like these people are calling him out, being like, you're on roids. And he's been on all these big podcasts. And he's like, they've asked him, to obviously a first thing most people ask him, he's like, no. And then he bangs on about integrity and all of that sort of stuff. And then what happens last week? Some emails get leaked where he's on like $11,000 US every month of
growth hormones
and steroids and whatnot. And he's done this apology where he's sitting on his throne. He's legit got a fucking throne.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm sorry, I take responsibilities. I just wanted to do whatever I needed to do to get my diet mainstream. And for me, I'm like, you're still not, like, you're standing there saying you admit it, like, you did it, but you're still trying to justify why.
Yeah.
So once again, whatever everyone deserves second chances and whatnot.
Yeah.
But my biggest thing from a place of integrity is you've been on all these things and you're a smart man, right? You knew full well what you're doing and you're ripping people off. So there's not much integrity there. It takes a lot to rebuild that. I don't think you're going to rebuild it if you're still trying to justify it by saying, I just wanted to get my message mainstream.
Yeah.
Own it. I fucked up.
I think he did say that.
What?
On his Instagram, he did say I fucked up.
Yeah, no, he did. But he's still
trying to justify.
I saw another video yesterday where he's sitting in his throne and he's just like, I was just prepared to do whatever it took.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
But you can still be
honest. You don't
honest.
need to justify it. Just, you made the mistake. Let's move forward.
Yeah.
I believe he could still rebuild himself and whatnot. It'd be interesting to see him on a clean diet, like not on the roids and whatnot, what he actually looks like. Because I appreciate, he just looks too unrealistic. So, yeah, I'm disappointed that he is intelligent as he is and he's been rorting people.
Yeah.
If he hadn't been rorting people, then, we all fuck up. I've fucked up and I'll probably continue to fuck up. as long as I own it and learn from it and grow from it, I think, we'll see what he does. That's the most important thing for me is like just ownership, acknowledge what you did, and let's see where we go. Whereas some people probably condemn him and hope he never fucking has success again. It's like, well,
no, he's made a mistake.
What happens? Yeah, when you taste fame, a lot of people have never experienced fame the way, and never will experience fame the way he has. Right, and money and power do crazy things to people.
Yeah.
So yeah, will be interesting to see where he goes. What are your thoughts?
I think the same. I just think it's the honesty thing, like preaching that he's saying that he's not doing something. Look, I don't have a problem with people doing steroids. Obviously, as long as you're not in Olympic sports and stuff where you're not meant to be having it. But if you want to do steroids, and do it. But if you're asked that you're on steroids, like, why are you lying?
Yeah,
like, just say that you're doing it. Carry on being the liver king if you want, but don't lie to people that probably think, oh shit, if I eat all that liver, it's going to make me jacked. It's probably going to help you, because liver does have a lot of nutrients in it, and we could probably get away with eating liver. Probably good for us. But like just lying and saying that he's not on gear, and because obviously people look at that and go, shit, I just need to eat more liver then, I'm going to look like that and train hard. Nah. To be fair though, even though he's on gear, he still does look good in good shape. Because you can't just take steroids and look like that. You still got to train hard and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's the dishonesty and that message that is shared that he's not well against it and whatever. And I just think, yes, look, mate, you've made a mistake now, and you're probably going to have to deal with the consequences.
Oh, yeah, there will definitely be consequences.
Yeah. But that being said, the way he is on social media is very different. He's like the purple cow, stands out. So I don't think he'll lose following and stuff anyway.
Oh, mate, there's still going to be a lot of... No, well, definitely. And that's the thing, right? And this is the whole thing. If you work from integrity, regardless of where you're at with it, for him, integrity could have been like, I'm using roids, but fuck it, I'm also eating this stuff.
Yeah.
There still would have been a tremendous amount of people that are like, yeah, I love this guy. Awesome.
Yeah.
But at least you're being authentic and you're a man of your word. You're genuinely saying what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're always going to stand out. And I think it's very interesting to think about. I was writing about this yesterday, like sustainable success. What does that ultimately look like? And I feel, and let's use celebrities, and when I say celebrities, let's look at athletes and movie stars, for example, because when I grew up, that's what celebrity was for me. It's not TikTok and all that sort of stuff. But when you made it, you were like truly famous, right? Like, But to get to that point, like how many athletes are trying to get your position? How many other actors or musicians are trying to be where you're? It's extremely competitive, right? So you have to work on your craft. You have to, make plenty of sacrifices, show incredible commitment to get to where you want to get to. So it's hard earned. I'm not saying that people now aren't, but a lot of people are viewing fame as like, I hope I just have a viral TikTok or whatever, so I can skip all that hard work, which builds character.
Yeah.
So I remember I was listening to a podcast the other day, and I can't remember who it was, but he was saying he went to a music festival, and a lot of the people headlining this festival were people who'd become famous from TikTok. So they hadn't done all the years busking or
the grafting, the hustling.
Yeah, and like learning how to entertain on stage, right? They had written great songs, they were talented, but they hadn't learned how to entertain on a stage. Like that's a skill in itself, right? Yeah. So he's like sitting at this festival going, this is terrible. Like,
was bad performance.
Yeah, they didn't know how to engage with the crowd. They were awkward as all buggery up there. They had a belter song, but if you don't deliver the song well, it's terrible.
Being in front of a real audience is different.
I think there is a power. It's a powerful thing going, I want to build sustainable success, which means it may be slower, but there's a lot of things that I need to learn to sustain it. And part of that is checking ego and building integrity, understanding what you want to stand for. That all, shifts and develops as you grow as an individual and you're challenged with things or new information comes out, whatnot. But it helps you really create or decide who you want to be. But if you just go and...
The character building element you were saying.
I was talking to Tim Hightower, who's on the podcast. He was a former NFL player for Washington Redskins and now Commandos. And he was like, bro, one day I was, whatever age he was when he was in the draft, he's like, I'm just a football player and like a everyday dude at college. The next day, I'm a professional athlete, earning millions of dollars a year. And people expect just like that you're now a professional athlete. I've never been taught how to deal with all the press, handle all this money, wanting all these people to have a piece of you. It's like, but literally,
that's a skill in itself, isn't it?
In a space of one decision or one draft, I'm now that guy, and I haven't ever learned how to do it, and there's so much pressure on me.
Yeah.
And that happens for all of us, even parents, right? You pop out a kid and...
I'm expected to know everything right now, you know what I mean? And then it's like a process, isn't it, of learning it?
Yep. So I think sustained success, you need to keep checking in on yourself.
Yeah.
You need to understand that you'll make mistakes and you'll mess up. But if you have an idea of what success looks like for you, maybe the direction you need to head, you're going to continue learning. I don't know how we got there, but bam, that was awesome.
That was good.
Is there anything else we wanted to touch on in this episode?
I can't think of anything. Discipline. Well, I did a bit of a post on that. Yeah, because obviously Christmas time and stuff, I think that's an important topic to talk about. You want to talk about that a little bit?
What are you doing for Christmas, firstly?
Oh, Christmas. So we're going, I'm not actually doing anything too crazy, but the main thing is spending time with my girlfriend, Charlene, and our 2 girls. We're going to a resort. And we're basically, it's a place where you don't have to leave the place, so we're just going to go there.
It's going to be juicy.
The kids can play and do whatever. Me and Charlene can have a few cocktails by the pool, and then even the restaurant is in the same area as well. It's called Twin Waters. Yep. So we're going there. It's just a night, because last Christmas I was like, let's do something different. I don't want to go Twin Waters, and we ended up like driving around and stuff. You couldn't really fully chill and immerse yourself and have a few drinks if you wanted them.
Yep.
So this year slightly different. Be nice for the girls. We'll do that. We can stay active. You can hire bikes out, hire kayaks out, go on like those big blow-up adventure courses in the water and stuff.
Oh, they're so funny.
Yeah, that's fun. So yeah, that's Christmas. But other than that, I'm just be diving into this and making it the best we can for the lads next year. I'll be working through Christmas, to be honest with you.
Yeah, same.
And yeah, that's exciting. What about yourself?
I'm heading away tomorrow, going a few days up early.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
Early, yeah, which would be nice. And then we'll go to Toowoomba for a couple of days. So catch up with some mates up there, family, and then Christmas Day just mosey on around Brisbane.
I love Toowoomba, mate.
It's a
where you was brought up, a beautiful place, mate.
Yeah,
like stunning. I've not spent too much time down there, but I feel that I could spend some nice weekends down there.
Mate, it's epic.
And just camp, and it's so much greenery. It's not crazy busy. Like you can see the stars. It's not like light pollution. Just beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and not too far away either. It's about, 2 hours away from
2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad. So pretty much I'm just the same as you. Like, I'm so excited for what's to come, and I'll work through. But I know if I don't, which is why we booked away this week, if I don't take time, I'll be running on empty next year, and I don't want to do that because it's going to hinder things. But I'm going to read a lot of books, man. I just love reading.
Yeah.
But that's us.
Yeah, that's us to the next one.
Well, here's oh no, we got touch this weekend as well. But
we have, that's the Christmas party, our Christmas party.
Yeah, just a bit of a cash one we've just thrown together.
That won't be casual, it'll get competitive.
Yeah, I'm a winner.
Touch right.
Yeah. But so that's going to be good fun. But if you're sitting on the fence for the academy, the new website will be up, and you can actually go straight to memberships now and see. And look, I don't like selling things, right? Like, this is what you get, because ultimately what you get is a better life.
Yeah.
Like, and whatever you decide that needs to be, we just provide tools, education, and community to help you achieve that, right? A lot of people love the logics of, I get this, I get that, and fair play. Like, it's interesting to see.
It's a visual, isn't it?
It's like a framework to buy into, which I truly appreciate. But at the end of the day, if you don't feel you're going to show up, meaning you're going to implement things and reach out and take the action, it's probably not the right fit for you just yet. We want people who want to be part of a community, want to belong to something, and put in, right? That's what builds a community, right?
Ready to take action.
Yeah, and if you're not there yet, just keep listening to the potty, and when the time's right, you'll be ready. But if you are also getting value from these episodes, make sure you like, share, subscribe, leave a review. I love reading reviews. They're so nice, because once again, it's like currency.
Yeah.
You want us to continue. If you want Brad to keep coming back on the potty, we want to keep getting bigger and bigger guests on. The reviews and the ratings are the currency, so help us out. That would be amazing. Do something today
to be better for tomorrow.
Oh, you finished my sentences.
Yeah. Are we getting to that point?
We are. Beautiful. Thank you guys for tuning in.
See ya.